This would be cool. I'm doing some running boards from Iconic on a 2017 Chevy Colorado. Shipped in 2 boxes. You got your parts box and your running boards. They're all kind of vacuum packed. There's your brackets. Hardware. 1 page of instructions. Two running boards. Running board itself, it's aluminum extrusion. You can kind of see it's just a solid piece of extrusion, like a structural. Plastic caps on the ends. Just got little screws in there, 1, 2, 3 little Phillips screws, kind of tapped into it. Literally just aluminum, no coating, nothing. The way it's sprayed on here, it looks like paint, not a powder coat. Yeah, I could be wrong. To those. Real quick, these are all the parts that came in the box with the instructions and your brackets. The reason why I chose these is they are very cheap. They don't look cheap. They're fairly thin, but it'll be alright. But like I was saying, the main reason I picked these up is a lot of like the Weston tubular step bars. I don't like the design, first of all, and generally they have about 2 support brackets per side. These have 4. So we've got 4 for the passenger side, 4 for the driver's side. It's a lot more stable than some of these aftermarket companies. It's fairly simple. You need either a 1/2-inch wrench, or if you want to be lazy like me, impact, because impact is everything. It's 1/2-inch or 13 mil, same thing. So I'm using socket on there. That's basically it. You don't need any wrenches or anything else. I would use recommend a pick like this, which it doesn't focus on, but you get the idea. It's a little pick for picking your nose. Mainly on the bottom of this, it's got some factory bolt holes that are covered up with little plastic plug things, and it's a fairly simple install. So 1/2-inch impact would be awesome. This whole thing should shoot together in a couple minutes, and maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes total. Unless you don't know what you're doing, then 10 minutes per side. You've got bolts, washers, go together like this. This slides up on the frame. It's kind of like a speed clip, which is a focus. That work? Alright. See, it's threaded on one side, and it's just kind of a clip. So it's going to slide up into the frame, which will create a thread where there wasn't a thread. These washers are going to end up on this piece. Through the slotted part, it's all adjustable. And once those speed clips are in there, you'll have something to bolt these to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to try to show you what we're pulling out of here. So we're under, see where I'm at? There's front tire, got the little logo, front door. We're not using these on the outside, but on the inside, where are they? Alright, these things, see the plastic little things? These are going to come out. So this is where the pick comes in handy, and then on the inside, up there is the other one. Kind of see there? So I'm right next to the front tire. We've got kind of the, actually that's the frame body mount here, so right after the body mount would be your first one. And plastic up there and here. The other giveaway is there's a small hole drilled out next to these plugs. So with the pick, you drive it in there and they pull straight out. You're not going to use these again, but just jam your pick in there. Just pop straight up, no problem. So work your way down, driver and passenger side. If you want to do one at a time, I don't care, it's yours. Same thing, just stab the middle, stab it right in there. And once it's in there, pops out super easy. So we've got that one there. There's another one. I'm towards the back of the door now. So actually you can see with these, so the little drain plugs, third drain plug, right after the third drain plug, see? This one there has a little hole next to it, so you know it's that one. The next drain plug down here, so this will be the fourth one on the outside. That's your next set. Focus. There's one there, and then the furthest, see there's nothing at the body mount, you go further down, and there's the last one. So you're going to be doing this one that's on the bottom, and then there's one on the inside, just like in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and pop all those out right now. And basically we're going to mount these pretty quickly. There's another clip. Just kind of snap in there like that. Inside clip up here. Totally snaps in. Alright, so we've got the washer right here. Oh. Hello. There. Yeah, nut and washer. Take a bracket. And I'm just going to thread these in by hand. So just catch a few threads just to hold this stuff. You see that? There we go. Alright, so that's what they're. You just kind of leave them loose, but tighten them by hand just to hold them there for now, because we're going to have to adjust these slightly once we get the steps in. So I'm going to finish all these. There we go, we've got all four just hand tied on there. You can see the brackets that I used, they're actually different. The back two over the extended or extra doors, those ones are bent forward, the front ones are bent back. You can see here. Yeah, bent back, that one bends this way. So basically, out of these four brackets, you'll see four are the same, four are different. And the instructions are showing which ones go where, based on this little instruction dealie. Basically, how they have it on the picture here. So the front half of the truck gets the ones that bend. The bend on the top, the surface here faces back, and the back ones kind of face forward. The part for putting these boards on is the second bag. This is two bags. One has all this mounting crap, and then there's just nuts and bolts over here. What you're going to do, since there's four brackets, it's going to take 8 bolts. There's 2 tracks on these things here. These tops, this is the bottom. Just put 2 in there already. But there's a channel here, and you just take your bolt here, the hex head itself, my fat fingers, just kind of sits in there, and this is what's actually going to hold it. So slide 4 in the top, 4 in the bottom, and then we're going to spread those out based on where those brackets are that we just screwed onto the truck by hand. There's 4 in the bottom, 4 up here. Alright, so bringing this over to the truck, I kind of just guesstimate, it doesn't matter, but kind of brought these close to where they're going to end up, because I'm going to flip this over and set it on here, and then we can start tightening stuff. But there's also an adjustment going in and out, so I want to see what I want for distance, because I don't really like the way running boards look. I like them to be kind of hidden-ish. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up and drop it in. Loud noises. I can do this with one hand, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to put this down. Hang on. There it is, just chilling. I didn't bolt it on, but it took 2 hands to kind of move this junk around. So you've got the studs hanging down and all these. See in there. So nothing's tightened down, it's loose as hell. So now's when you want to see if you can adjust this to where you want it. Because literally without this bolted in, like it flies around just by barely touching it. It slides so easy, so you can go way in there, bring it all the way out, whatever you want. So, and measure it and start tightening stuff. So I should go, how far back will this go? It'll actually hit the front, it's hitting the front mud flap if you slide it all the way back. So I guess that's your adjustability. Way down there. I get a little OCD about that junk, so I'm going to find a way to center this with tape measure. Alright, time to crank it down. There you go, guys. Doesn't take too long. 1/2-inch wrench, that little pick thingy. That's about it. Ended up having to grab, I impacted most of everything, but I ended up having to grab a regular ratchet because the brackets up here, this bolt in the back, I can't reach with the impact, it's just not enough room, so you could do the whole thing with this. Quick and easy. If you can handle a wrench, you can probably do this. There it is. Installation on a 2017 Colorado crew cab 4-door thingy. They don't look bad. They're actually really strong, so